Right, yeah, back out in the creek again. Didn't come out last week. Had some other things to do, but we've had a bit of rain during the week, so there is a bit of water in here now. So I might be able to high bank, but I'm not going to do what I did the other week, where I got stuck into that mound up on the right there, and yeah, just ran it through the high bank. I think I got 0.1, bit over 0.1 or something like that. So I'm going to try and move down a bit today and do some testing. Down in this section down through here, because I haven't really done a lot of testing down there. What I really want to do is I want to get in around some of this bedrock that's built up, and I want to get down pretty deep. So I found there's a bit more concentrated deeper down rather than the loose flood wash on top. So I'm going to try and get stuck into around some of these rocks and do a bit of test panning, see where the richest is, and then I might just keep going with that and run it through the high bank. I'll have to cart it back up the creek and run it through. So I might try a bit of that first, and yeah, if I can find a few bits in a pan, I'll give you a look. So we'll see how we go. Yes, I've done a few test pans now. I tried down and around here. As you can see, it just fills up with water and it just keeps caving in on itself. And I did find a couple of little specks, but I've sort of given up on that idea. It sounded good in theory, but just the water line underneath just fills up as you take it out, so it's just too hard. If I had brought my buddy, what do you call it, yabby pump, I would have probably had a bit more success, but they just keep caving in on themselves, so not going to worry about that. But I've got the high banker set up now. I did a bit of testing. This is that bank a couple of weeks ago where I got the 0.1 out of along there, and I didn't want to disturb it the other week when I was high banking here, because it just would have made all the water shit. But I've come up with a bit of an idea. I'm sort of on this side now, down a bit further. I've got the pump down a bit further. There is a few bigger rocks in there, so hopefully a lot of the silt will fall out there. And I got it into a bit of clay in this bank. In here, there's a bit of clay in there. And the bedrock base, the solid rock base. So I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to probably move a lot of this material up and out of the way, and then target that bedrock area and just follow that rock all the way in. So basically dig right down to the hard rock and get the top inch or so that's sitting on that hard rock. And it seems to be a fair bit of clay and some gravels mixed in. So I'm going to do that for, I don't know, probably an hour or so. I will probably try to do the equivalent to 10 buckets, what I normally do. So we'll get stuck into it and hopefully we can get some. Yes, I've been going for about an hour now, I think. Probably equivalent to 5 or 6 buckets or something like that. So I have been getting stuck into this bank at the end of this bedrock. I'll show you down here. You couldn't see this rock when I started. It was just a bank like that. And then this is the thing, you don't know what's under the gravels. Dig down, dirty big rock here. So there's your bedrock base. And then there's another wall there. So you can see it starts here. A heap of gravel in there that I got out. I did a bit of a test pan. I got a couple of little specks, not much at all. So I'm not too, hopeful that I'm going to get a lot out of this spot. But I'm just going to keep going down and around this bedrock. Just get what gravels I can. Fair bit of clay in it too, but it's pretty soft because it's all wet. And it just sort of goes through the high bank and no worries. The high bank is holding up all right. That seems to work. I've got a few big rocks down there, and the clays and the silt and all the crap that's coming down is just settling out, not even leaves and stuff like that. So the jets are going all right. I'll fire it up. Pump's pretty noisy, but we're still getting a pretty consistent flow out of there. So as you can see, it just flows down into there. So anyway, I'll probably do another 4 or 5 buckets and see where we're at after that. I'll get as much as I can out of this section, and then I might just try up a bit further, see if I can uncover some other bedrock in there. So we'll keep going. Yeah, so all finished up now, and I didn't get as many done as I would have wanted to. I was having some pump issues, as you do when you recirculate and only so much water. It just wasn't working out well, blocking the jets and stuff, but I think I ended up doing about 8 buckets. I was doing continuous test pans and I wasn't really getting any at all. A speck here and there, so yeah, I'm not real confident today of getting much. It's not probably all about the gold and how much you get, really. At the end of the day, it's just about the process that you use to try and find it, and enjoy doing that. So I'm not too phased if I don't get a lot today, but we'll go wash up the concentrates through my little wash plant at home, and you never know, we'll see what we can get.